Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
All right, everybody, welcome in as we are moving and grooving here on a thankful Thursday. Billy Cauthen joining.
I know we're moving kind of slow. We're not. But we'll catch a groove here in a minute.
Well, the problem is my buddy's not here today.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reimagine what I do here.
Can't believe you'd give the hired help a day off on Friday.
I know. He just started too, and I'm going to take a day off.
Already.
So just
wore him out.
I got comfortable with him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good at producing and moving things around and clicking and cameraing and zooming and all those things. And today, he no here.
No show.
No
show, Josh.
Oh, he's out on doing
Yeah, he's doing
work.
stuff. Yeah.
He's doing bigger things than us.
It don't take much.
Well, hey, we do want to welcome you in. Thanks for hanging out with us today here on another episode of Good Morning Huntsville. I believe we're on episode 734 today. Underwriting support for this program is made possible in part by Elliott's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com, and also Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, serving this area since 2002. Their website, SHMFH.com. Joined by none other than Mr. Huntsville over here, Billy Cauthen. Good to see you.
That's what they say.
You like that name, Mr. Huntsville? It kind of fits you, though. I mean, you're everything Huntsville. You really are.
I just lived here my whole life, so yeah.
Well, I just was born and raised here.
I mean, I'm sure if I worked in a nuclear science lab, I'd know something about that, just after 20 years, 40, 45 years.
Billy's got the scoop on everything in town. We've got a new section up on the website, by the way. It's only $100 a month.
Yeah, Scoops.
It's called Scoops, yeah. And you can find, no, I'm just kidding. That would be pretty good, though.
Do I get any of that?
Yeah, you do on that one.
Awesome.
Yeah, because Billy's been paying us for 3 years to come here.
It's the only way I got to pay him for y'all to listen to me.
Well, hey, it is a great day here on this Faithful Friday. I wanted to start off and just with some gratitude and just things to be thankful for. And I want to invite all of you to be reminded of the things that you are thankful for this morning. I know we talk about this every day. But, Billy, sometimes I don't mean it like in a negative way, but sometimes I get discouraged because I think, man, are people out there listening, are they responding? And I see it. I know that they are. But I had a text message the other day from a lady come in, and it really did lift up my spirits because she had said the days that I don't listen to you guys, I have in our station. She said, I feel like I have worse days. And she said, but the days that I put on the station and listen to the show and stay active with what y'all are doing, she goes, I have a lot better days. So she said, thank you for the difference y'all are making. And that encouraged me.
That's pretty cool.
Because I know we get on here and we talk about the same things, but it's kind of like going to church on Sundays. Ultimately, the end result is, hey, you better get it right with the Lord. And this show, the end result is we want you to have a little more gratitude and just be a little more thankful. And it helps me out, man, because, Billy, you and I are pretty close friends, and I call you up and tell you things that I wouldn't just call and tell anybody, that I'm going through or whatever. And
like the time you got that rash.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Thank you for the help on that.
Yeah, anytime.
Were you weren't there when I got the hand, foot, and mouth, though. Did I ever send you the pictures of that?
No, but I remember us talking about it.
Oh, it was terrible. I woke up I was in a meeting here.
See here. I turned the whole conversation.
Here's where the Faithful Friday goes into play. No, I was in a meeting here at church, and all of a sudden I was scratching my thumb, and I was like, God, dog, that hurts, man. And it was, I thought at first maybe it was a blister where I burned my thumb because earlier in the day, it was in the summer, it was hot, and I'd bumped my thumb on that sheet metal of the truck. And that's on the hood, that side of the hood, and that's hot. And so I thought, well, okay, I probably it's just a blister from, bumping that thumb on there. Well, as the meeting went on, I started to notice just out of nowhere more of them little things popping up all over my hand. And so I kind of hid my hand under the table because it was visible. and I hid my hand under the table, and then I just noticed my feet were feeling weird. And so I ended up going, yeah, it's the replay that I got to turn down the FM over there. And then I noticed my feet were itching. And I said, man, that's weird. And so I went into my little office here at the church, and I took my boot off, and man, it was covered in these blisters. And after 2 or 3 days, man, I started running a fever, and I had no idea what it was. Well, I'd remembered Braylon had a little bit of hand, foot, and mouth, and adults normally don't get it. I got it from her. And it was terrible.
She's such a giving child.
Dude, it looked like my foot was going to fall off. And literally, things did happen to my foot. So anyway, I just wanted to encourage all of you to be thankful that you never got that.
Yeah, aren't you glad you listened?
Yeah. Does this help you out today? Does this cheer you up, make you feel better?
Does this give you motivation to be a better person? To lend a hand of support?
Well, my goodness, it better.
Yeah. Makes you want a hot dog or a hamburger.
That's it, man. Hill country, the Gulf Coast. Right. But no, we, putting all that aside, we really do want to encourage you every day. And I really do. I get enthused about getting up and being up here in the mornings. And some days, man, there's a lot going on. And I've had days to where I'm like, man, I really don't feel like getting up. But once I get here and get up and get going and, here, especially on Friday, get to hang out with you, I feel a lot better about the day.
I have that feeling every morning. Lay in bed and go, I don't think they really need me there. I'm just in the way. I don't really do anything.
You're just contemplating life.
Yeah. As I wiggle my feet back and forth like that's going to help.
Wiggle your toes.
I don't want to go.
Jacqueline runs in. What's wrong with you?
Whoops me with a clothes hanger.
No, she walks in with some medicine.
No.
some brain medicine, whatever it is. Now, Billy.
She plugs in the scanner to the OBD2 port. All right, here's your update.
Oh, man. But no, let us know that you're out there as we do get rolling today. We'd love to hear from you. We always have great friends, and that's one other thing that I really love about being able to do this, Billy, is we have such great friends and great friends that message us and let us know, like Jamie Saucier.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to highlight some people in this community this morning that always go above and beyond. Billy, because you're sitting next to me, and not because you're sitting next to me, Billy Cauthen is one that goes above and beyond. I wanted to highlight you for a minute because there is something very passionate that you are involved in, obviously working with the funeral home, but you're involved in many nonprofit organizations. You help us here on our board with Spirit Radio. There ain't a whole lot to do, but you faithfully
I'm good at it.
Yeah. But you faithfully sit on the board, and we appreciate that. But something really important that I wanted to dig into right away, and I wanted it to go across the FM airwaves this morning. For those of you that are on Spirit 94.3, thanks for joining us. This is important. May the 2nd. We don't talk a lot about, political offices or people holding office, but one thing that
we normally shy away from that.
But this is one that we need to talk about, and it's not about a person. It's about something that is needed in this community. And Billy, I kind of wanted to let you chime about this a little bit. You've got more knowledge than me on this issue, but this involves the Crabs Prairie Volunteer Fire Department, the ESD, and those kind of things.
Yeah, the ESD3, we're actually the largest ESD in the county. We cover quite a few square miles there, and we're having a special vote in our little area. The sales tax is like 6 1/4 or something, and we're just trying to get it raised to the state level, the 8.25%, which is what you pay everywhere else you go when you buy a bag of peanuts or a can of soda water, something like that, So we're just trying to do that to help our fire department, which will help with staffing and equipment and help us be more prepared to respond. And it's just really a good deal. And you're not even going to feel it. You just vote yes, and you'll never even know, just except for when you dial 911 and need us, and we're there. So yeah.
It's a really important thing when we think about emergency services. It's kind of like the business you're in. You don't think about it until you need it.
Yeah. No one's ever like, you know what, I think I'm going to wake up this morning and dial 911 and just see what the guys are doing.
Yeah. Or
if you want to do that, just come by the firehouse. We'll entertain you.
Now with you, now at the funeral home, they do that sometimes. They just come in and hang out. You know, y'all just laid to rest a gentleman who did come up there and hang out from time to time, and he was always the light of the light
sure
of the world.
did, yeah. Old David, man, yeah.
But this is something important, and when you think about the safety in our community and these resources that are needed, I mean, we're talking about some fire engines that are out of date and equipment, and y'all are scrounging to get stuff together, and y'all have done a great job with what you have. But we want to be proactive and not retroactive, and not say, well, we need it now.
And with the growth coming to Walker County, and we're right on 45. You know, our service districts, we're on those main thoroughfares. We're Highway 30, we're Interstate 45, and we have a section of Highway 19. And then, you know, of course, 980, 247, that area out there. I mean, the growth is coming. And I would hate to see us get overtaxed with all this stuff coming and just not have what we need. You know, this is kind of like you think about the water department. I mean, if they're servicing one or two little houses, then yeah, a small little water line would be fine. But if all of a sudden an apartment complex drops in there, the infrastructure's got to be updated. If not, no one's going to get any. So that's what we're trying to do. We're getting out in front of this thing and making sure that we're set for the growth of the community.
Many people, understandably, are worried about property taxes, and that's always the biggest issue.
Oh, yeah. Property taxes scare the bejesus out of me.
And you think about, you know, in this area, for those that have lived here their whole life, it has crept up.
Yep. I know mine has.
For punks like me who came here 5 years ago, I'm like, man, this is nice.
Yeah. Check this out.
But the reality is that it's expensive, and property taxes are going up. And this is one of those things that will not increase the property tax.
Not a single dime.
And if you go to a convenience store in the ESD where it's located and you get a Coke Zero like me, or you get 5 of them a day like me, you may notice it's going to be a few cents more, but you probably won't even notice.
Yeah, we're honest to goodness here. We're talking honest to God pennies on the dollar. We're, what, 2 pennies?
Yeah,
I don't even think it's 2 pennies on this. 2 pennies on the 1 3/4 pennies on the dollar or something. I mean, we don't even have pennies anymore.
Yeah.
You won't even notice it.
Yeah, they're just going to round it up.
Well, you know, and if you buy a new fire truck, which I'm not in the market for, I don't own a fire truck now. They let me use theirs, so it's a pretty cool trade off. But you know, you buy a new just basic fire truck now, you're easily $1 million. And you know, I don't know if I follow it, but you know, like the wait time on those things now are 2 to 4 years for a fire truck. So, yeah,
we've talked about this on the show, I think last week or a couple of weeks before that, but we wanted to keep bringing it up because that special that election is going to be coming up May the 2nd, and so get out and vote and let's support our local communities.
Yeah,
here in Walker County.
This is an opportunity to do something that. It's a good thing that you're not even going to feel. You know, it's not going to affect you at all. Just vote yes and know that when we're needed, we're just 911 away.
You know, it's weird because you think about emergency services, Billy, and you pick up the phone, you dial an emergency number, and you expect somebody to be there. And the reality is there are some communities where when you pick up that phone and dial that number, they're coming, but it's going to be a long while. We don't want Walker County to get to a point to where that could happen. And with the growth, could it happen? Absolutely, it could happen. There could be delays if we don't have the resources that we need and the tools that we need. And if you think about, I don't know much about the fire business, but I would imagine that you want to stay up to date with things. 1, for safety. But 2, there's advancements. You know, the basic core of fighting a fire has never changed. You put out the fire with something. Now, over the years, I'm assuming the chemicals have changed. There's different ways to put out the fire. There's different powered engines that put out more water or more of the fire retardant chemical that is sprayed on. And those things aren't cheap. And there is continued education, just like any other industry. You're not riding, you know, that beautiful old school fire engine that sits in the firehouse down the street over there.
Oh, yeah.
They're not using that thing anymore with your grandma's water hose attached to it.
No, they're not. Well, you know, and something that, you know, I guess the average person doesn't think about, you know, you're right. There are different chemical agents now for fighting fires. I mean, yeah, water's still the main. But what's on fire What is actually on fire is different than it was 20, 30, 40 years ago, because now everything that we have is synthetic and chemical produced and plastics. And, when you have a fire in your house now, it's not, grandma's cargo furniture couch. It's synthetic leather, blah, 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 with this, and it's burning hotter. Way hotter, double, triple hotter than what it was, 30 years ago. Faster. I mean, this stuff is going up like a Roman candle, people. I mean, it's moving. So, yeah, the old days of, you calling 911 and 911 calling the fire chief, and then the fire chief's wife getting out the phone tree and calling the volunteers, and them running out to their end of their driveway and the fire truck picking them up as they go by, that ain't going to cut it. Them ringing the bell and hoping people hear, that's not going to cut it. So what we've done in our little areas, we now have what they call a duty crew, and it's a 3-man team that, they are compensated for this. They're professional firefighters. They're normally, they work for a big city fire department or something, and they pick up shifts with us. But they're manning our district from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That way our volunteers who work can focus on work, and then when they get off in the evening, we're primarily responsible for the 7 p.m. to the 7 a.m. Well, hopefully when we get this passed, we're going to be able to have 24-hour staffing there. So, I mean, our hearts are in the right place. We're not playing with this. We're trying to serve our community, and they're working due diligence here to get this set up to where there is professional coverage 24/7.
And for those of you that may be joining us for, maybe you're on for the first time, or maybe you've tuned in quite a bit and you missed the episode where we talked about Billy actually volunteering with the Crabs Perry Volunteer Fire Department. I mean, and a captain over there. I mean, you were, right, at one point.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm nothing now. I'm the bottom. I'm the bottom. I'm the guy that sweeps out the truck bay.
But I mean,
I hold no rank.
Well, but I'm telling you, outside of Chief Mathis, Billy's here, and he knows what's going on. He's been around it. He understands it. And if we're going to talk to somebody today about fire, there's nobody better in the building right now than Billy Cauthen.
No, hang on. I can find you some better guys. I'm just.
But you've been around it.
Oh,
and you
I
understand
have,
it.
and I just it's my community. It's kind of like what I do with the funeral. I mean, this is my town. These are my people, and it's unfortunate that there is a fire or a medical emergency or a vehicle accident or something, but don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution, and that's so it helps my soul to go up there and help, even if it is something as piddly as sweeping out a truck bay or something.
I like what our good friend here, Bill Doggett, County Commissioner Precinct 3. I always appreciate Bill, and thank you for joining us this morning. Bill also very involved with Safe House, which the renovations over there have came along beautifully. Have you driven by and seen the new paint on Safe House, the electronic sign out front? Just looks nice.
I try to stay off Sam Houston Avenue at all costs because I am the guy that'll get pulled over for going faster than 30.
Motorcycle.
But I want to give a shout out real quick. I know we're moving off from my little ESD rant.
No,
or whatever,
that's okay.
But our chief, Justin Bach, he's
there at the Crabs Prairie.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, you couldn't find a better individual. I mean, he day and night, and he's volunteer as well, but day and night, there's him, John French, Ryan Featherstone. I mean, there's a whole group of people that if you didn't know any better, you'd swear to goodness that they were full-time paid every day. But these guys are volunteering to make sure that we're safe, that when we lay our heads down at night, that if something does happen, that big red truck's coming.
We can count on them.
Yeah. So really, people, just if you would be so kind, if you live in our service district, if you would go and vote yes for this, it's greatly needed.
Bill had posted, and the reason I brought up Bill Doggett real quick, he said the role of volunteer.
Volunteer?
No, you don't fear
That's me. I'm the volunteer.
The role of the volunteer fire department used to be to save the neighbor's house, which was often several acres away. Think about rural fire department. Yeah, the neighbor's house. It wasn't just next door cookie cutter. You were you were walking a little
Hey,
bit.
let me tell you, back when I first started in this, which was the late 90s, yeah, you're right. It was surround and drown and try to save the neighbor's place. But, we leaps and bounds, man. Now we're actually showing up sooner and doing interior and tax, and I'm not. Those young guys are, and they're doing a great job.
Bill said something, though, that I didn't even think about. He said the development, we talk about the growth, and he said the development in the county is moving houses closer together. We know that from the neighborhoods. I never thought about it, though. And with that comes increased fire danger.
Yep.
Never thought of that. Just things that we take for granted every day. When you drive by these neighborhoods, there's nothing wrong with them. I have several friends that I live in a neighborhood where the houses are fairly close. Thankfully, they're not extremely close, but they're pretty close. Now, I grew up in a neighborhood in Georgetown. Everybody had about 1.5 acre to 2 acre lots, and so we weren't, hey, can you pass me the newspaper, and just throw it out the window and catch it on the other side. But the houses nowadays are. I mean, and it's because of the affordability of them. Houses are so doggone expensive. I was talking about that last night. Like, if we were to sell our house now, we couldn't buy another one. We just couldn't. It's getting so expensive. So these smaller cookie cutter neighborhoods are coming in. There's a need for them. But I mean, your side of your yard, Billy, isn't even as wide as this room.
Yeah.
And I never thought about the fire risk associated with that.
Yeah, well, and don't get me wrong, the houses are beautiful and all that, but again, they're made with the synthetic building materials, and your neighbor is, 8 feet away, if that. And think about it, if they're out there burning leaves or something, and one of those embers comes up and lands on your roof, then, man, we're rocking and rolling.
I always had these weird dreams, and I'm not like scared of fire. I'm more scared of water than I am fire, to be honest. But I had a dream one night. This was years ago. In our house, this was the house we used to live in Georgia. I had a dream that the house was on fire and I couldn't get out of it. And I ended up going into the bathroom and turning on the shower. And the water in there kept me from burning up. So I always wondered, I never thought about asking anybody that. If you were in a situation, now this is us, so don't take any advice. But if you were in a situation where and you got to think about smoke too, I guess. I didn't even think about that. But if you were in a situation to where there was absolutely no way of you getting out, and I know you're supposed to get low as you can, those kind of things, right? Mm-hmm. Could turning on water like that in a bathroom and spraying it all over the place potentially save your life? I wondered about that because that dream I had. Or would the water be so hot? The pipes I know could melt, but if they were copper pipes, I would assume they would still be intact. Is that a legitimate question, or is it kind of a dumb one?
Well, it's a legitimate question, but it's one of those what if, what could, what how, type.
Yeah.
It's not in a residential, commercial, whatever. It's the heat. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah, fire heat. We all know that, but it's the smoke. Mm-hmm. People overcome from the smoke. So what ultimately you'd probably have in that situation is
smoke inhalation,
and then a wet, unresponsive person.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
I mean, you do what you got to do in a situation, but and that's why. And I'm a big fan of this, and even when the kids were little, pre-planning. Mm. I mean, in school they run fire drills. They ring the bell, and the teacher lines them up, and they walk out to their little area. Well, we do that at our house. I mean, we haven't done it in a minute, but ever since my kids were little, it was okay if you're in your room and this happens, if you can't go through your door, what's your next option? And they're, oh, Daddy, I'd go through the window or da-da-da-da. And then, where do we meet? You have to have a meeting spot. And at my house, on the other side of my driveway, I have a little concrete pad with a barbecue pit on it. Mm. And that has always been the meeting spot. If we have to leave the house, you go to the barbecue pit. That way, when me or Jacqueline get there, we can do a quick inventory and make sure that we got all the little heads we need to have, And I think a lot of people don't do that now. So when an emergency does spring up, they don't know what to do because it hasn't been taught like, we do in the schools where they know that, they're going down this hallway and they're going outside here and they're being counted. So maybe that's something to take away today is to come up with a plan for your house and your kids. Do you go to a neighbor's house? Do you have, that's why we don't go to a neighbor's house because our neighbor's too far away. And if we climb on the fence, they're liable to shoot at us. So
we live in a world where we don't know the neighbors as much as we used to.
We know ours, but yeah.
Who is that? I think that was Billy over there. Ain't he lived there for about 40 years?
Give him a warning shot.
Well, fire him with the BB gun first.
Those things sting, man.
I wanted to stay on this just for a moment more, and I think that's so good today is, we talk about pre-planning in the funeral business. Well,
there's pre-planning there too.
Pre-plan for the fire safety.
Yeah.
We were taught that growing up as children. The fire department would come in and they'd give us a little packet. Now take this home to your parents and y'all make a plan.
And what were you worried about getting that red plastic fire helmet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy.
And that gold badge, that sticker.
Junior firefighter.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's probably what they're going to give me at the next meeting's a junior firefighter badge.
There was, Billy, we're
put this on and go sweep.
We're proud of you.
Now shut up.
There's a gentleman that I know in Georgetown. And pretty cool thing that he invented. I wanted to show this real quick. He's actually from Jarrell. Have you ever heard of Jarrell, Texas? Jarrell, unfortunately, the biggest thing, like we're known for the prisons here. Jarrell's known for the tragic tornado that happened in May the 27th, 97. But that community is growing, no pun intended, like wildfire. I had to throw that in. But a friend of mine there, Charles Ashby, had developed something. And Billy, I wanted to toss this by you real quick. I think you'll think this is pretty cool. He's a real estate guy, but Charles is such a dynamic, just down to earth. He's one of those guys that I know that you just like him. He's just down to earth, hardworking guy, and grew up in that area just like how you grew up, here in Huntsville. Well, he had developed this product that is just pretty sweet, and I think it's pretty revolutionary. And I know it's hard for you to see. I'm going to turn my laptop here and show you this. But he developed an apparatus that firefighters can store easily, and they wrap it around their body, and they can hook it onto somebody and help pull them out of a dangerous situation for even for law enforcement situations. Say an officer was down, and they needed to get him out. But he really designed it for the firefighting industry. It's pretty cool. Something simple. Just that little harness. You see that thing?
Our bunker coats, which is the coat we wear, they have a device, which I'm sure they had to pay him some royalty on that. But we have a device on there. It's a little flap, and you lift it up, and that strap is in there.
That's probably his.
And you can drag somebody out. And also in our pants, not everyone, but I know I carry some. James carries some. I'm sure my fellow Crabs Prairians, the prairie dogs, that are watching me and giving me a hard time by not, giving everybody a shout out. But most of us carry what we call webbing, which is that strap. And, we either have it tied in a loop or I have mine sewn in a loop. And we drill nights. I mean, when we do drill nights, we actually drill and we train and, we actually practice skills. But we work on deploying that, like if a firefighter's down, like going and rolling them over, hooking that strap on and bringing them out. And, we have a training dummy, but we also do, training on our fellow firefighters. That way we're getting a real feel for what. So when an emergency does arise, we're not caught off guard. We know how to respond and how to act.
All that, man, just seems, for me, as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking how tired I am and like wore out, and I couldn't even imagine the physical stress that those guys are under. I mean, there is so much endurance you've got to have, and that's not an easy job at all.
No, and I don't have it like I used to. So that's them young guys, man. They're rock stars.
How's it? James is enjoying it.
Oh,
Your
yeah,
son, he's been doing good.
He's ate
man.
up with it, man.
Has he gotten to the point where you're like, son, I've heard enough about the fire. What else did you do today? No, I know you'll never get to that.
Oh, he went and helped me on a funeral home call the other night, and we got back, and he said the most firefightingest thing ever, and
You were proud of him.
I guess. Whenever we use a piece of equipment, it's we deployed this, we deployed a line or we deployed this or whatever. And the call that we went on for the funeral home was a kind of a tricky situation, and I have a special piece of equipment that I rarely ever use. It's for a special, and I'm like, well, hey, let's get that and use it, da-da-da-da, and, we get back, and I said, well, what'd you think about, because we always recap, tell me, and then, well, Dad, I've never deployed that before. Like, deployed? You went to war?
Well, Dad, I had to deploy my...
I had to deploy the jump cot.
Well, I opened up my truck door and I deployed my foot to the gas pedal.
Yeah, that he does.
Well, Billy, I appreciate this. It's a good conversation this morning, and one that I wanted to lead off with here on the radio side of things, just to inform people. Again, May the 2nd. Look for that if you live in it. It's ESD 2, is that right? ESD 3. Okay. Wanted to make sure I get that right. ESD 3. That is something.
I'm sure 2 could use some help too, but let's worry about 3 right now.
Let's get first is the worst, second is in need, and third is the one that needs it the most.
Yeah,
I guess. Did I just say first is the worst? Because I was thinking like first is the worst, second is the best.
I thought you were going to be the one with the hairy chest.
That's what I was about to say.
I haven't heard that since elementary school, but there it was, fresh in memory.
And none of those, none of that even makes sense at once you get older. You think about that. Those are little phrases you used to say in elementary school, na 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 na, and you do that.
You ever think about little phrases like that you came up with to help you remember stuff, And like here you are as a full-grown man-child, and you're still using those phrases when you're writing stuff,
I do whenever I'm doing math. I don't know what happened. There was this brain blockade in me. Well, it's still there. You can sense that in me. There's something that's just not connected.
I wasn't going to say it live on the radio here, but
there's something missing, and I haven't been able to find it yet. But I always put little dots when I add. I'll put dots above the numbers.
So you can count the dots.
So I can count the dots. And here I am at 42 years old. Do you do that?
Yep.
And I'm still and I have to make sure that I put them in a way that I can visually see them like dice. And so if I do,
exactly, just like dice.
So if I do 5, I make sure that it looks like if I do 6, I do 3 and 3, and it just helps me add quicker. And something that I still have never mastered, and you can make fun of this till the day I'm called home, man. When I'm 93, that's going to be the age. And I used to be 108. Now after being around for a while, I'm like 93.
Yeah, 93 is a good shut off.
I still do not understand how to carry over like a 0 if there's a 0 when you subtract a 9 or whatever. And so I'll usually have to work the problem twice to get it right. And I just never took the time in school to learn it correctly. And so even at 42, I always get it right, but I have to go through 2 or 3 steps and double check my subtraction. But I still don't know when to properly carry over that 9 to a 0. You know what I'm talking about?
I'll show you how to use the calculator on your phone.
Oh, it's good stuff, man. I think of those phrases all the time and little thing. The biggest one, we were talking about this yesterday. We'll take a break and we'll come back here in a minute. But the way that I've done months, did you ever know this one?
Oh, the
knuckles?
Yeah, for the 30 or 31 or whatever.
And I still to this day, someone will ask, well, how many days that? And I don't even think about it. Well, how many days does April have? And I'll put my knuckle on January, February, March. Oh, it has 30 because I'm counting the knuckles.
Months are the worst, man. Like when I'm trying to figure something out. When you ask me a question about that and it takes me a second to answer, that's because I had to start with January and go all the way through.
It ain't easy, man.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Well, hey, we're going to take a break. We appreciate all of you for hanging out with us here on Spirit Radio and continue to provide feedback. We get a list now, Billy, that's really cool from Christian Music Weekly. And that came out, Christian Music Weekly. Over to VF. We get from Christian Music Weekly a list of the top music for the week. And we have been implementing some of those songs. And so you're noticing a little bit different of a rotation in our music. And we're going to keep doing that. And that was based on some feedback that we received from a listener. And we do keep up with things, but they turned us on to this Christian Music Weekly. I thought it was phenomenal because I have all sorts of music guides. Like BMI puts out stuff that we subscribe to. But this Christian Music Weekly is really good. And so I didn't even know it existed. Somebody said, hey, you need to check this out. Well, now we get it every week. And so that kind of feedback helps us. So any feedback that you have, things that you'd like to hear on the station, let us know. And I'm going to tease something real quick. I have been meeting with a gentleman, a very well-respected gentleman. And for those of you this morning.
So it's not me.
Yes, not. It's Billy's third respected. This is first respected.
Okay. So I'm not the one with the hairy chest.
Yeah. But Chaplain Billy Holmes, and many of you, if you're listening today from TDC, he's the staff chaplain. A phenomenal man, good man. I'm gonna tell you, if there's somebody that I want to pray for me, it's Chaplain Holmes. The Lord has anointed that man so tremendously, and when he prays, it is almost like a song to the Lord. I cannot describe it. It's the most powerful man of prayer that I've ever met. Well, we've been meeting little by little, and it's been a few months in the works. But he is going to be launching a show before too long here on this station called Can I Get a Witness? The show is going to feature employees from TDC that he'll interview from time to time, and also a mix of gospel music. And we're really, really excited about that. That show more than likely will be airing on Fridays at 5 o'clock. So you want to make sure that you tune in for that. Can I Get a Witness? And those are the ideas. I've had numerous people, Billy, come to me, well, can we do that? Yes, this is a community radio station. And what do we mean by that? Community means if you've got an idea that will benefit the community, come talk to us. We'd love to feature you. And so we want Spirit Radio to be a place that you can call your home, to where just like our friends from Hello Huntsville, they, like you even said, hello, hey, good morning, Huntsville family. Mm-hmm. We want the station to have that same feeling of a family. And so if you've got ideas, let us know. And I want to mention one last thing before we break. We are so blessed, and we joke about this, but it's the truth, to reach people not just here, but from this small little table here in Huntsville, Texas. This little table.
It's a nice table.
Good, nice table. Thank you. It's a beautiful table.
Hard to play some dominoes on this thing.
We should. They'd sound good on here, too.
Yeah, they would.
That's when you know you got Huntsville in you. That's another story for another day about how I almost got beat up playing dominoes because these guys were like, we're down to the final hand, and I'm playing over at the Vintage. It was for Mayor Humphrey, when he has his community gathered. I'm sitting there playing, and I'm sitting with these guys. There's 3 of them, and they're professional. They hold these things in their hands.
So you're supposed to hold it like this?
I can't do that.
I'll teach you.
I have them stacked up like a little wall, like a kid.
Like little tombstones?
Yeah, they're all looking at me, and they're just sitting here flipping them dominoes because they know that I have, and I don't know it, and I'm counting in my head. And the guy was like, he goes, one of them finally, after like 5 minutes, his eyes turned blood red. He goes, come on, man, I know you got the 5-4, just beat us and get it over with.
Hey, I know a fire chief, first name's Justin. I'm not going to tell you his last name because I've already told you that can do that. It's like, I know you got the so-and-so. How the hell you know that?
But I brought that up, for a fun reason because we do all these local things, but we have an impact. And I was reading this; it was confirmation years. I was reading this that we are not asked, or we are not. The Lord doesn't say, "Hey, will you go and make disciples?" He says, "Go and make disciples." Not will you, but go. It's a commandment, and I really take that to heart. That this station, we have a big vision for reaching the globe from this little tiny table. And so maybe you are one of our friends from Ireland that listens in. We had someone from New Guinea.
You think the
us.
people over in Ireland make fun of the way we talk?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's fine. And I'd love for them to call in sometime so we can have a conversation with them. I think that'd be awesome.
We'll make fun of you back.
in a Huntsville friendly way.
But
we really do want to reach the globe with what we're doing here. And the only way that we can do that is to make this feel like we're sitting right there with you. That you're hanging out with us in the living room, that we're just kicked back, we're watching the game together, we're talking like friends. And that's what Spirit Radio is all about. It's just being friends, talking to you and making it feel like we're talking to you individually. That's the key of how you make this work. Because otherwise you can go to Pandora, you can go to Spotify, you can pull up your podcast, you can do whatever you want. How do we make this different? We make it different by making it personable. And I think that's the key to having successful radio, because the facts are in. As much as you see stuff out there saying radio's alive and well, and I've seen it all over the place. I'm subscribed to all these radio newsletters. The reality is, over the last 15 years, the listenership has dropped down. And young people, I guarantee if you get 100 young people in a room and you ask all 100 of them, do you listen to the radio? There may be 2 or 3 that raise their hand. And so it's very important that we create something that makes it feel like you're part of something special. And we want to be very intentional about doing that. And so the way that we do that is we invite you in. And if you've got ideas, you let us know. We'll listen to those ideas, and we may just implement them.
Just me.
Huffman.
Hot dog or hamburger?
Well, hey, we're going to take a break, and for those of you that are on Spirit 94.3, we're going to go back to music and programming. For the rest of you, come hang out with us on social medias. We've got a lot more going on this morning. We're going to talk about what it's the National Day of, and also a few other things with Billy here. What are those things? Well, head over to social media and you'll find out.
I don't even know.
Billy don't know. That's what makes it fun. Everybody.
Look, you ought to call this show Blindsided, because I just show up and get blindsided.
But we leave with good stuff.
On Blindsided today, Billy gets put on the spot about the ESD3 election.
And he did good.
They'll quit commenting on me.
Well, we'll take a break. More to come as we continue on. Thank all of you. Let us know that you're out there. It's Good Morning Huntsville.
Hey, are we going to show people the coffee cam?
Oh, yeah, we should. Hold on. Can I get to that real quick?
I don't know.
Wait, where are you at, Billy? Hold on. Where's the back? Okay, here we go. Hold that one up. Here we go. There it is.
It's the coffee cam, sir.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. For those of you on the radio, have a blessed day. The rest of you, come hang out with us on social media. We'll be back here in a minute.
Get back to work. Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Are you ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Friend Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. The new year is here, and what a better way to start out the new year than celebrating the moments that matter the most. And you can do that with Elliott's Jewelers here in Huntsville. Whether it's an engagement, an anniversary, a birthday, or maybe just a fresh start, Elliott hand selects every diamond, and he creates meaningful pieces that are designed just for you. There's no crowded showroom, no pressure, just personal attention and jewelry that tells your story. So again, start the new year with something timeless. It's Elliott's Jewelers here in Huntsville by appointment only. Book online at elliotsjewelers.com. Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted, family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hi, this is Braylon. You are listening to Fear Radio. God bless you.
All right, friends, back at it as we continue rocking and rolling here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Billy Cauthen, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. They are your hometown experts in celebrating life here since 2002. Friends, when that time comes, I want you to listen to me because it's going to come to all of us. It's a very serious thing, and it's going to come. It's going to happen. I've had the pleasure, and it is. It's pleasure getting to meet with the families and help them. I find joy in the midst of sorrow, being with families and trying to help bring a little joy to them and sharing with them that we're going to celebrate. And I always make it a point when I get with the family to always say, we're going to celebrate the life. We're going to celebrate. And that's what you guys at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home do. With compassion and care, you help celebrate the life of their loved one. And when that time comes, because it's going to happen to each and every one of us, and I pray that it doesn't come for a long time, but it will, make sure that you partner with the folks who are going to treat you like family, that you're not just another person walking in. You're not just another cash coming in to help pay a bill. You are going to be treated like family. I'm not saying that because Billy's my friend or because I have the honor to help these families from time to time with the services. I'm saying it because I've seen it firsthand. Choose a funeral home that is going to be there for you. Billy Cauthen, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, and the great friends over there, Judith, who's still there after putting up with me.
Jay Money.
Jason Thompson's over there. These are folks who care. And Billy, man, you've been in it how long now?
Forever.
Forever. But if it wasn't something that you wanted to be in, you'd have been gone a long time ago. There's something about what you do that has kept you there for so long. And it's not just collecting a check. It's because you genuinely love serving families and helping them.
I do.
So come and whenever that time comes, think of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home first. I heard that we were getting in trouble earlier, Billy, for me mentioning the city folk. And should I just leave it at that?
Yeah, leave it at that.
In a joking way, I got in trouble. Well, hey, I've got a new game here for you. No buzzers today. No, even though we have these. Did you ever get to use this, Billy?
Yeah, last week.
Did you have the red one?
No, I had that one over there.
Okay. We have another one that sounds like that Beverly Hillbillies horn, like dun, 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 dun. That's another one of those horns. That one I think is just a laser. Oh, okay, that's just a.
Oh, that's more me right there.
No, yours is the other one that, and I don't have it. It's on the other table, but it's like a dun 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 dun. We don't need it today, but I've got a new game. We're gonna play this game, and then at the end of the show, coming up before too long, I'm gonna wrap up with a few events happening. We got a lot going on this weekend here in Huntsville.
Yeah, we do.
If
What is
it? Yeah. If you have some events that you want to share with us, by the way, please do so and let us know. Tara Burnett is always so good about messaging me events. Bill Doggett does the same thing. If you have events that you want us to mention here on the show, be sure to let us know.
I'm going to have a garage sale.
Are you really or not?
Probably not.
Garage sales are a good way to make a little extra scratch, and you don't have to pay taxes on them.
But I'm too emotionally attached to everything I own.
You put it out, and you're like, no, not that one.
I'll give you $300. No.
That's like a book.
No.
Billy, I've got one for you today. You ready for this? It's a new game.
Okay.
It's called This or That. Now, we joke around all the time. I'll start with the one, hamburger or hot dog?
Hamburger.
Hamburger, okay. That's how the game's going to be played.
Unless it's a chili dog, then it's
What do you put on the chili dog?
chili.
But, I mean.
I like the James Coney Island dog. It used to be a number one. Now they call it the Walker dog. That is if James Coney's even still in business.
Are you an onion mustard?
Oh, you got to have little onions on there, little mustard. And when I say chili on a hot dog, I'm not talking about like Wolf brand chili. I'm talking about like hot dog chili.
It's been too long.
It has been too long. It has. It's been a while since I had Wolf brand chili.
I'm kind of hungry for that now. I kind of want to
I
go to
don't
the
think,
hot dog
matter of
guy.
fact, I haven't had chili since Chili at the Lodge.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and that was what, 2 months ago?
Yeah. I ate so much of that. See, I'm getting choked up thinking about it. I ate so much of that.
Do you feel the burning?
It's still there.
Hey, I'm going to be a contestant next year.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, this is this or that.
Let's get back with the game.
This or that. The audience, y'all can participate as well. We want to hear from you. Oh, by the way, here, I'm getting sidetracked. Guess who's messaging us? Little miss. That don't ever, little miss, I'm too good for y'all now. Don't ever show up anymore.
I'm in Austin.
No,
not
well,
that one?
no, she's back.
Oh, that's right. She's a city employee.
Mm-hmm.
So working for the city. Keeps a little change in my pocket.
Yeah, she gave
It's
up.
Matthew McConaughey.
She gave up on us. Look,
Wooderson.
Michelle, he is right there looking at you right now. What do you want to say to her, Billy?
We love you, and we miss you, and we need you.
We need you more than ever. Michelle, we do miss you and we love you.
She never helped on Friday anyhow.
Never came.
Never
came. All right.
She was blinded by my beauty.
We want the audience to participate in this. And, Billy, we're going to start here. Sweet tea or soda? Sweet tea or soda?
Oh, God.
This is already hard for me because I like both.
Well, I enjoy sweet tea, but it's not recommended for what I'm trying to do. So,
But you would be more of a sweet tea over a soda?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would be a sweet tea as long as it's McDonald's is hit or miss. McDonald's has a good sweet tea. The best sweet tea that I've ever had in my life, those Bush's chicken.
The only thing McDonald's has going for it is breakfast.
And that I go there every day too. That's what it has going for it.
Yeah.
But I'm serious. Have you ever heard of Bush's chicken?
Yeah.
Bush's chicken had the best sweet tea I've ever had in my life.
I don't know, man. You have some Chicken Express sweet tea?
Yeah, but sometimes, and I love what's our buddy over there that runs that? Is it Rudy? I think is his name.
No, it's gonna come to me in a second.
I should know this too, but it's good. The one here is great. Now I've been to another. We had one outside of Georgetown, and somehow that chicken grease taste would filter into the tea. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, that's probably because they're washing everything together.
All right, sweet tea or soda? Billy says sweet tea.
I'll take the tea.
All right, number 2. We got a few of these. Buc-ee's or just drive straight? Buc-ee's and stop or just drive straight through, pass up the Buc-ee's and keep going? Buc-ee's and stop or just keep on going?
This is probably going to hurt some feelings, especially my children. I'm just driving.
You're just driving.
I'm just driving.
You see the Buc-ee, you're like, forget it. I don't care. I'm not going to get suckered into all that scam. I'm going to keep
I
going.
mean, beaver nuggets are cool, man, but I got stuff to do.
Okay. I'm kind of with you on that one because, especially with my little children, the less I have to stop, the better.
And go in that store and get mauled by 80,000 people, and Like Madisonville. No one stopped in Madisonville. Now there's a Buc-ee's with 832 fuel islands, and they're all full. Where do these people come from?
And angry.
These are like the HEB people in Huntsville. Where do those people come from? You can drive past there at 2 in the morning. The parking lot's full. Where did those people come from?
Yeah, I don't know. And angry, too.
Because you'd go into old HEB, and you'd have to check yourself out. And that was before self-checkout.
But you know what I'm saying? Like at the Buc-ee's, people are genuinely angry in that parking lot.
Yeah, because they just spent $85 on a brisket sandwich and a bag of Funyuns.
And it's the parking lot's so big.
And don't get me wrong, people. I like Buc-ee's. They're great. They're great. I'm not picking on them. I'm just...
Well, the parking lot is so big that it's like dodging missiles out there whenever you're walking, too. Because cars, they don't follow the lines because I guess there is no lines. So they don't follow the general flow of traffic. They make their own lane. And you've got to dodgeball, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Yeah, exactly.
To get out of there, man.
That's a good movie.
All right, next one here. Next one. I'm with you on that one. I don't do either of these, so I really don't have a say, but I know which one I would choose. Early morning workout or late night at the gym? Early morning or late night at the gym?
I do early mornings.
See, I do late night. I'm not a get up and move kind of morning guy. All right.
It's good, man. You get up, get your coffee, go sit on your workout machine, and just sit there and feel like you're doing something.
Front row seats or back row with a little bit of space? Front row, a lot of people, or back row, got a little bit of room next to you?
What event are we at?
It can't be a movie because people don't want to sit on the front row to movie. I would say at church. Front row or back row with a little bit of space. Let's take the church angle.
Being Methodist, I tend to sit at the front.
Okay.
I need y'all to know I was there.
Did you hear that, Rev Powers?
I sat on the fourth row far to the left. That way, if I have to get up and answer my phone for the funeral home, I can do so without being a distraction.
See, the Rev, this is good, Rev. You've got a role model congregant here. This is what it needs to be.
Well, a praise band sits on the front row, so I don't want to take your seat.
Astros baseball or Cowboys football? See, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's Cowboys football. You don't know really nothing.
No, it's not even the same sport, man.
I know. That's why it makes it challenging. You got to think about it.
Like if I had to go to one over the other.
Yeah, which one would you do? See, I'd go to the Cowboys football all day. Baseball's too long, and you just kind of sit there, and it's a weird ambience. I'm okay with baseball, but football seems a little more action-packed.
And I do enjoy football. I do enjoy screaming.
It's not an easy one.
It's a tough one.
Told you. Yeah. This or that. It's not as clear. It's not as cut and dry as hamburger, hot dog, or Gulf Coast or the Texas Hill Country.
Gulf Coast.
Here's one that.
Am I having to drive to Dallas for this game?
Yeah, you'd have to drive to Dallas. Yeah, you'd have to go to Dallas.
Had to stop at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, you'd have to do all this at one.
I guess I'd go see the Stros.
Okay, all right. Here's one. For me, it kind of depends. I'm more of a let's talk.
Do they still call it the juice box?
No. It's not Minute Maid anymore. Although the old school people still refer to it as that.
I don't follow sports.
Yeah. All right, here's one. Texting or phone calls?
Phone call.
See, I'm kind of mainly phone calls unless it's like you need something real quick.
Here's the problem with text messages, and I know that we got a show and a timeline, but let me tell you something from old man perspective here. If I call you, you can hear my tone and you can hear all that, and oh hey man, he's BSing with me, or he's mad at me, or he's just checking on me. But when I send you a text message, you read it the way you want to.
Yeah, if it's all caps, you think you're upset, and maybe you weren't upset.
Well, like if I send you a message, hey, man, that wasn't cool, then you could take that as, oh, he's mad at me for something, or what it probably was is, that wasn't a cool situation. You read it the way you want to. So if you want that person to be mad at you, that's how you read it. and you'll tell your whoever, hey man, Billy was mad at me or what. Well, probably I wasn't. I was saying, hey, what I just did wasn't cool.
You could have been fighting a fire, and they wouldn't have known. Man, that wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool. But if I would have called you on the phone, I could have prefaced some more information to that, or you could have tone of my voice, and so
phone call.
Same thing with emails, and I appreciate a good email, and I know that you have to document that we had this discussion, whatever, but at the same time, maybe if you just call me, we could just hash this out real quick.
Okay. All right, here's one. I'm going to skip a couple of these because I already know the answer. Small town life, big city, of course, small town.
Small town.
Cook at home or eat out, cook at home. All right, beach trip. Then this one I'm conflicted on.
Okay.
Because I like both. One of them I've done way more than the other, but I wish I could do the other. Beach trip or mountain cabin. I think you'd be more of a mountain cabin type guy. I want to be a mountain cabin type guy, but I just don't have the resources to do that. That's not cheap.
Apparently you're not familiar with my Caribbean soul.
You would be more of a beach trip. Really?
I'm too fat. I can't breathe in the mountains.
I would think with scouting and all that, though.
Oh, yeah, we've done mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done that, yeah.
But you would go beach trip.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'd go mountain cabin. That would be mine. Michelle, by the way, a while ago, she said Astros for sure, and she's cheering on the Philadelphia Eagles. More reason to. All right, Michelle, here we go. Watch the game going back to sports.
Okay.
Watch the game at home or be there in the stadium.
Home.
See, for me, it depends. Like right now, the Spurs are in the playoffs. I love San Antonio Spurs. I'd much rather be there at the stadium because the energy is just through the roof this time of the year.
I love people, but I don't people.
Have you ever been at an event and somebody's like, well, hey, I'll get you this time. Like you're getting something to drink or something to eat. And they're like, well, I'll get that for you.
Yeah.
And then you feel obligated to get something.
Extremely.
So then it washes out. So what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, I buy people lunch all the time.
But it's like, hey, man, you want to pop? Hey, I'll get the popcorn for you. Okay. And then you get something else.
Yeah, they buy you a $4 popcorn and you buy them a $32 beer.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Plan everything or go with the flow?
Shoot from the hip, baby.
See, I'm a go with the flow type guy.
I'm jaded on that because a lot of my stuff, like my professional life, is planned.
Yeah, you don't just go with the flow.
No, it is. It is planned. But it is also available to be liquid if need be, because we all know the best made plans go awry. So
I learned something valuable on this past weekend to make sure that my phone is to give you a heads up and let you know that my phone is on, but it's on silent. If you need anything.
Yeah, if I need to say, hey man, you. No, I liked it. What I call the duck method.
Okay.
Familiar with the duck method?
No.
On the top, man, I am cool, calm, and collective. Very serene, just beautiful creature, just floating through life. No problem.
All the Lord's made you to be.
Yeah. Underneath the water, baby, I'm pedaling like the world's coming to an end.
Oh, I love it. All right, let's do a few more of these. It's cool to do a few more.
I got all day.
All right. This one. You have to look past the well, I don't get on this much, or maybe you don't get on this. I don't get on it much. TikTok scroll or flipping through YouTube.
Well, I don't have Well, Lily says I have TikTok. I don't think I do.
I like the YouTube. I'm old school. TikTok is too much. There's too much hogwash.
I'm a Facebook Reels kind of guy.
Not even an Instagram. Just more of a Facebook Reels.
I have Instagram. I don't ever go on it. I call it Insta Snapagram. I got a good algorithm on Facebook, and it's
sending you what you need. Yeah,
it's a guy in Florida that crushes cars and blows up airbags. A bunch of fire department stuff, mechanical stuff. Yeah.
Mine, for some reason.
Oh, and there's this lady that makes her coffee in the morning, and she talks 9 kinds of smack about stuff, and that's my latest obsession, because I'd just love to hang out with her.
Billy sends me some of this stuff, by the way, and I got a good one last night that said how to burn 2,000 calories in 30 minutes.
Hey, and I legit watched it because I thought they were going to show me like a workout.
I thought these guys were going to start going at it.
Yeah.
You know?
No. It was it's how to burn 2,000 calories in 30 minutes, and they're at the gym, and they have like their the bags with the sandbag, I guess, like thing, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna like pass it back and forth or something. But to burn 2,000 calories in 30 minutes, that has got to be a super high intensity workout. So you're like ready, right? And the next scene is a large pepperoni pizza that got left in the oven too long. And that's how they burned 2,000 calories.
I just thought of something that I can't believe after 3 years I've never thought of, and thousands of reels that you have sent me. There needs to be a segment on this show like Billy's Picks, and it needs to be your social media picks of the week. And we just show 3 or 4 of them. Because you send me some really good stuff.
But, different people in my friends group get different videos. Like Kyle's, what me and Kyle exchange with one another, hilarious as they may be, is probably not appropriate for all viewing audiences. So.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like that one you sent me last night, I said, that's
the
funny.
stuff that I share with you, or like Sabrina Hendricks or somebody, that's somebody that, yes, we could very easily show to any general audience. It's rated G.
All right. We're going to keep going. We've got a few more of these. Audience, chime in with us on a couple of these if you want to. We've had a few people messaging in and letting us know. And I'm gonna head over real quick, just take a very quick reprieve here. I'm going over to my personal page because I don't get to see the comments that come in on my personal Facebook page. And we do have some here, okay? Steph Valley's chiming in. Hey, she has a question to go off of this. We'll come back in just a moment. Stephanie had said, question for Billy, do you know if y'all have the oxygen mask on your fire trucks that Scott and I donate? The dog, the dog oxygen mask. She was asking, do you know if they have those there at Crabs Prairie? I
will check. My son could answer that question in a millisecond. I do not touch anything medical. I drive the woo-woo truck, and I sweep out the bays, and I give motivational speeches, but you don't want me working on you.
You know who's watching that never watches live because she deservingly sleeps in? My mother. Good morning, Mom. All right, a couple more here. What do we got? One coming in?
And I just got confirmation that, yes, we do have the pet mask.
Okay, perfect. Confirmation, and we have a viewing audience here live.
Station 41 is live.
Station 41 coming at you here today. All right, Billy, a few more of these, okay? We're almost done. I got about 6 more of them.
Hell, I got all day, Rob.
Summer heat or winter cold?
Summer heat.
I'm a winter cold guy.
I get that because you could always put on more clothes. You could only get so naked.
Mm-hmm.
But
they don't want to see that.
Let me, for those of y'all that don't know, fat is like a thermos. When it gets cold, it stays cold.
When it gets hot,
you just let it sit out for a second. Your coffee's cold.
All right, a few more. I'm guilty of this one, and not the first part of it. Save money or spend it now. And I don't want to, but I have to spend it now to pay bills.
Money. I have such a love-hate relationship with money. My entire life, I have worked so hard to get money. We work, our whole family, we have never, ever, ever shied away from work. When we wake up in the morning, we wake up to go to work. When we go to bed at night, we're going to bed so we can wake up and go to work the next day. If you're a Cauthen, that's just how it is. You're born that way. You're born poor, die poor. There you go. Work. It's hard to answer this question because there's funny things that I do. If I get money and I get $100 bills, I cherish them like they're the last thing on earth. unfortunately, if I have to break that $100 bill and it's now $99, it's gone. It's gone. It holds no value to me. It's gone.
No, you don't understand.
It's gone. But as long as it's a crisp $100 bill, won't touch it. So, yeah.
The key is give Billy $100 bills, nothing else.
Yeah. Greg. Dad, I need my allowance.
I want to save money, but we're in a position to where that's out of the question.
Oh,
right
God,
now.
yeah, man. And it's only getting worse. Like, our fuel bill's through the roof. And it's not because, we are driving more. But, gas is higher. And when the gas prices go up, everything goes up. And it's just...
I want to step back on that, though, because I put aside, it's not much, but maybe $100 a month. And I split that up, the $100 a month. And that's a lot. It's a lot for us right now. But what I do is I split that up. I used to use a service called Acorns. Well, they started charging like $5 or $10 a month. And I said, forget that. So I switched it over to Charles Schwab.
Oh,
Chucky. Chuck.
No
charge.
I know Chuck.
But what I did is I created, and I want to encourage young people, do this now, because I heard about it all the time when I was like 15 and I never listened. Okay? Do it now, because if I would have kept doing it then, I would have had quite a bit now.
Let me be your example.
Yeah, please. So for my children, I started something for them right away when they were little. And if I can continue to do it, it may pay for their college education if they choose to go. If not, they can use that money wherever they need to. But I divide that up right now, and it's not much, but it's something. 25 goes into Braylon's little account that I have for her. 25 goes into Caden's account. And the cool thing with Charles Schwab is you pick what you want it to go into. And so I invested in, there's like an S&P 500 index because historically it's like 14% over the last 10. Every year it's 14% grow, which ain't bad. That's really good. And so I put it in there. It's a little more aggressive. And I'm learning these things as I go. And then I put 25 in my little IRA that has nothing in it and 25 into my other account. It's not much, but I'm going to tell you it does add up. And so even if you say, well, I don't really have anything to save, we do. I don't have much to save, but I have a little bit to save.
What we did for our kids is we've given them generational debt and anxiety. So
yeah, that's all you need. Well,
it's what we had.
Yeah. Don't ever say I never gave you anything. All right, a couple of last ones here. Breakfast for dinner or dinner for breakfast?
I'll take the Brenner, breakfast for dinner.
Breakfast for dinner. I'm all
We call
for
it
that.
Brenner at my house.
I can't do a dinner for breakfast. I just don't sound good.
I don't know, man, like T-bone steak and eggs.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I could do pancakes, though, in the evening.
I could eat pancakes 24/7,
What
as you can see.
What do y'all put in those doggone Kiwanis pancakes? Because those are the best pancakes I've ever had in my life.
Nothing.
Those things are unbelievable, man.
That is Brian Mathis. That's his baby. Before that event, he starts working with the mix, experimenting, getting
the right consistency.
It's got to be the right consistency. It's got to be the exact right amount of water. It's got to be the right temperature. Everything has to be perfect.
I didn't know that you could mess up pancakes other than burn them or not burn them. Those Kiwanis pancakes, when y'all do the pancake supper, that stuff is good.
Look, I don't need the cats at the firehouse knowing that I know how to cook pancakes. Okay.
Hey, is there anything you want me to do to promote them? So you got to do like the ice cream like James did or whatever it was?
Screw you.
All right. Here is
That poor kid was just trying to help me.
that's all he was doing. I got 3 last ones for you.
Okay, 3 last ones.
A couple of curveball ones here. Know everything but can't talk, or talk nonstop but know nothing.
That's what I got now. I don't know nothing. I'm just a spokesman.
All right, here's a fun one. Relive high school previously or skip ahead 10 years. Relive high school or skip ahead 10 years. I'm in a weird...
Can I relive high school with the knowledge I have now?
That would be pretty good.
Yeah, son, because this old country bumpkin will be paying attention.
Okay. And then you already know where I'm at on this one. And it is what it is.
You're a hamburger, we know.
Always Definitely a hamburger. Always 15 minutes earlier or always 15 minutes late?
Do we even have to answer that? No. We're two totally different people on this.
This time situation has worked its way only by one time by accident. Had worked its way out the Oakwood Cemetery. Let's just say you get a call or you get a text message, all right? The calendar's important for a reason.
Yeah.
If you utilize it, it works. If you don't utilize it, it doesn't work.
When I leave here and I tell you, hey, man, I'll see you in a little bit.
And whoosh. And then you get a text message at about 11:41.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what we're doing? No, can you remind me? Thank goodness that the Lord always has a plan, because this day the rain was starting to come. And if you don't know what it is, ask us off air.
Yeah.
But the rain started to come. And the other joy of this was, as I pull in, there's another participant there that was not with you, but a family member there that was 11 minutes. And it all worked out in a wash.
Like we were waiting on them.
Yeah, we were just awaiting.
Yeah, I'm 15 minutes early to answer that question.
Yeah.
It's because I'm married to Jacqueline.
My goal, outside of forgetting, if I don't put something down, I'll forget. And outside of the little ones, and I don't mean to blame them, but it's been a challenge, and it's something that I've struggled with. Early in the morning. Now, later in the day, it's no problem unless I don't put it in the calendar. But I've always strived to try to be early for everything that I possibly can. I've strived to. Now, does it always happen? No, especially in the mornings. But it's something that I want to teach my children, because my dad was extremely punctual. He was always punctual. And that was his word. I've never even used that word, I don't think, in years. Now I just thought of my dad.
Call me a punk.
Yeah, you punctual. But my dad was always punctual. He was always very big on, come on, let's get a move on. Let's get a move on. And now I'm doing that to my children. And come on, let's get a move on. Let's get a move on. And they're little. They don't know what that is. They're like, move on, Daddy.
Did your parents ever say something that you just couldn't stand? And now, as an adult with children of your own, you say the exact same things.
Yeah, let's get a move on. That was the one. And now it happens. So, well, there you go. That is your daily dose of this or that, brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
We ought to get some music for that.
We should. We'll have it next time coming up. Well, Billy,
we'll forget.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it in the calendar, and I'll try to do it.
It's forgot already.
I'll put it 15 minutes beforehand. Hey, real quick, before we wrap up, I do want to remind folks, quite a bit of events going on. You can find them on our newly redesigned website at hellohuntsvilletx.com. Billy, check this out. Did you see this yet, man? I wanted to show you. Not a bad little design there. I've redesigned the website, makes it a little more appealing on the eyes. I don't think a lot of folks realize the content that we have on our website, and we get about 2,000 to 3,000 views a day just on our website alone. And I want to encourage people to go there and look at the events calendar. If you've got events, submit them to us. The farmers market going on, that's always a great time down there across from Shenanigans and Mackenzie's Barbecue. Also, General Sam Houston Day coming up on Saturday. There is a ton of events that Derek Birdsall and all the folks over there have planned. Have you ever been able to go out to any of that? I know y'all are typically got a lot going on the weekend.
Not since I was a kid, no. Back when it was the folk festival or whatever.
They sent out a graphic, Billy, last night, and it's unbelievable, the stuff that it's an all-day jam-packed event.
We need to do the show from the museum again. That was fun.
Yeah. Derek, we'd love to do that, man. Also, the All Things Kids Expo, Lord Green does a great job putting that on for Acasa. That's going to take place tomorrow. I'll be out there with Spirit Radio and Hello Huntsville from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., 20% chance of rain is in the forecast. That thing got rained out 2 times, but it still was held, and so we're praying no rain this year. Also, Girl Scouts are having a night to raise some money coming up a little bit after this on April the 29th, so that's coming up next week. They're having a fundraising night out there at Raising Cane's.
Oh.
You know, the first time I'd never been into Raising Cane's, I just drive through. And I went in yesterday, and it's actually really nice inside. You ever went in to eat at Raising Cane's?
One time.
not bad. And a couple of our great Huntsville PD officers were in there. We talked to them. We went yesterday, and it was really nice going inside and sitting down for a moment. So
They're on the wrong side of the Highway 30 bridge for me.
yeah, that's a whole nother. That's next week about that bridge over there. Jason Bay and I were talking about that yesterday. That bridge, I thought you feel like it's still under construction.
It was bad. Now it's horrible.
I don't know what in the world they were thinking with how they designed that thing, because it has turned into a mess. And cars shifting over and not knowing.
That's professionally referred to as a cluster.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, one last event that's really important. Billy, you and I had the privilege of interviewing a really great young man, Boston Gray.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, and a couple of weeks ago already. The 6th annual Barbells for Boston is happening on May the 2nd. We've got that event up in the article on the website as well, so make sure you go and check that out. And appreciate Tori and all the great work that she is doing with that young man. There is a lot going on, so just stay locked in, man. What do you got going on this weekend? Just do you get a breather this weekend finally?
I'm off this weekend. I'm installing garage doors this weekend.
So you don't really get a breather.
What?
Yeah. Hey, again, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, Billy Cauthen, the friends over there will take care of you. Go to their website, get that pre-planning done. I have an article that Billy has approved me putting up on the website. That's going to go up today. It'll go on our newsletter that'll go out later. So make sure that you read that article. There's some really important information on that thing.
Yeah.
So, and I know you're here with the funeral home, but if you need garage doors, man, Billy came out.
Don't call me.
Don't call you.
Don't call me.
Okay, don't call him.
Please don't call.
Is that reverse psychology?
No.
I got a great garage door at my house, by the way.
Hang on here.
Uh-oh, wait, before we go. Incoming message. You get a theme. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me flip it to you here. Hold on, Billy.
Where's breaking news?
Here we go. Oh, wait, you need to breaking news? Okay.
No, I don't need breaking news. Just a reminder that April 28th at Chick-fil-A in the parking lot between the hours of 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., that's in the evening for most people that get off at that time, we're having the Battle of the Badges. Come on out. You know, our police department will be there, sheriff's department. We'll have some of the big red trucks with the woo-woo lights on top. So come out and see us.
At Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A on the 28th.
I'm going to have to add that to the calendar.
Bring the kids. I mean, please bring the kids.
All right, there you go. Breaking news brought to you by Billy Cauthen. So, well, hey, that will wrap it up for Billy.
And the fire department always wins, by the way, so it's whatever.
Yeah. They were a little more macho.
Prairie dogs.
That'll wrap it up. Billy Cauthen here, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. I'm Rob Hipp, reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you early next week. Good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll see you, Billy. Thanks, man.